Does what I wear matter in a video interview? Yes. Big time. This is actually a moment to stand out. So I will tell you exactly what to wear in a job interview, and it will actually sound a bit counterintuitive, but if you do this, you will stand out to the interviewer. I want to know in the comments, do you typically dress up, down, or the same for video interviews as compared to in-person interviews? Let's get a pulse for how you all out there are approaching it. This is Self-Made Millennial. I'm Madeline Mann, and I work every day in the human resources function to bring you only the most bleeding edge information about the job market. So subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to get a new video on Thursdays. So at this point, I've read thousands of pieces of feedback after interviews from interviewers, given my involvement in the hiring process. And I want to read you some quotes from interviewers that I have gotten over time. These are real quotes from people in the technology industry. So for context, the technology industry is typically a bit more casual. So here's the quote. "Today was the first video interview I've had where the candidate wore formal interview attire, a dark suit jacket, and a collared shirt, instead of what they would just be wearing at home. This really impressed me." What an incredibly simple way to stand out. Here's another quote from another interviewer. "I think the way a person dresses is important. This lets you know that they take the opportunity seriously. I am guilty of personally doing all of my remote interviews in a suit and tie last year. I might be old school, but I view it as a sign of respect for the employer and the opportunity." This is a big deal. Look snazzy for your interviews. Interviewers will notice, even if they don't say anything. The rule of thumb for in-person interviews is to dress one step up from what employees typically wear. And it's the exact same rule for video interviews. That means that you should dress a little more formal than what an employee would be expected to wear on a typical day. Guess what? This rule is actually more important for video interviews because it can make such a powerful impression. Because so much of your competition isn't doing it. I was scheduled to run a video mock interview with one of my clients. The video turned on, and for the first time, I saw my client wearing a button-up shirt with a tie and a jacket, and I had a huge smile on my face. I mean, he knows me. He knows that I'll think he's a champ no matter what he looks like. But again, it spoke volumes to me that he was taking this interview really seriously. And then, of course, he completely rocked his mock interview. Wi-Fi high five hitting the airwaves for you, sir. How do you know what employees wear to work? Well, look at photos on their website of employees and consider their industry. Banking and law is more formal, tech and retail is more casual, that kind of stuff. Ask around to people in those industries and you'll get a good pulse. You can also ping the recruiter of the company you're interviewing with and ask for some tips about how to dress. So for example, of how to dress a step up for a casual environment where employees wear jeans and sneakers, you may wear a nice blouse or a button-up shirt with a blazer. You can't go wrong with a blazer, okay? They call it a blazer because you will look on fire. For a business casual environment, the blazer still works, but get a bit more formal. Consider wearing a tie or a dress with high quality fabric. Then business formal, get that suit, get that pantsuit, the whole shebang. Finally, wear something that makes you feel extra fresh. Wearing your power outfit certainly gives you this level of confidence, so actually dress up from head to toe. It makes a difference. Trust me. I typically put on real pants for these videos, even though I certainly don't need to, but I do it for the mojo. You've got to make sure your answer to the question, "Tell me about yourself," is on point. That sets the tone for your entire interview. They will definitely ask you this some point in your job search and maybe every interview. So I will link a free download worksheet in the comments and the description for how you can craft your perfect answer. I'll also link follow-up email templates to make sure that these companies are getting back to you. Persistence gets jobs, so make sure you are following up in the right way. I'll link those templates in the comments and in the description. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. You've got this. Wi-Fi high five.